Good evening, Rao.
It's good
Today
evening.
again we are meeting like as usual
Correct.
to continue with our making the episodes
Yeah.
on Professor Srinivas Rao's family. And last two episodes we talked about your eldest sister Padmavati and Gopinatha Rao, and we were talking about how she married Gopinath Rao, and Gopinath Rao being employed at that point of time, pre-independence Mysore police,
Correct. Correct.
and getting posted to various places in Karnataka, including in Bangalore, and then how in later part when he was there in HAL airport, he was deputed as a HAL security just after independence and like that. And you made a visit, you and your father, Rao, Srinivas Rao, and your brother and sister, and then you all visited and had a good festival, holiday feast at Padmavati's place in near Jambalur. And later on, we talked about Gopinath Rao Padmavati's children. First, we talked about the eldest child, Sunanda, and Sunanda's marriage to Padmanabh Rao and their children and their life briefly we talked about. Then we talked about Sunanda's brother, the second child of Padmavati, Guru. Guru and how he married Yashoda, girl who was living opposite to Sri Ramanivas. He married Yashoda and their family, we talked about that. Okay, having talked about first two children of Padhu, now we will continue with our rest of the family of Padmavati and Gopinath. Yes, sir?
Okay.
Right.
So before I start this episode, this it looks like concluding episode of Padmavati. I just want to recall one instance where about Kishore especially, he was the son of Sunanda.
Mm.
And as I told you earlier, there were two children to Sunanda. One was Arun, doctor. He is a doctor in USA. He got married there, and for the marriage was in USA. So Padmanabh Rao and Sunanda also visited that marriage, and Kishore also got married in Bangalore. Of course, I also attended marriage, and about Kishore, I wanted to recall one instance.
Uh-huh.
Like I was connected with the standards activity, IMTMA, standards activity in CMTI,
Machine tool
mission
standards.
tool standards activity, and lot of members were from users, manufacturers, and testing organization, BIS, and all were members of that. So users of machine tools were also like automobile users.
Correct, correct. I remember.
You
No, I
remember
was
that?
also part of that.
You are also part of that. I know that from BFW you are there.
Representing
And
that
represented, and there was a working group was held in Pune. In
various
Bajaj
places.
Auto. One such meeting was in Pune,
Pune.
Bajaj Auto.
Bajaj.
And I remember that Kishore was in Pune at that time.
Oh, is it?
He was working in Pune. He studied his engineering in regional College of Technology, Regional Institute of Technology in Durgapur. He did engineering, and then he did MBA from XLRI.
Accelerate.
Jamshedpur, and he was employed there. He was working in a place called KSB Pumps. So I told him I'm coming. So and in those days I went by train to that meeting from Bangalore. It was a meter gauge train up to Miraj.
Then
And
broad
in
gauge.
Miraj we had to get down, and at other side of the platform, broad gauge platform, one train will be standing. We have to
Correct.
shift to the train, and it will go to Pune.
Correct.
So I went to Pune. It reached somewhere early morning, and early morning he came to receive me.
Oh,
Kishore.
okay.
So though it was in spite of that cold, and it was in December, November, December. So he came there and he received me, and he took me to his room. He was a bachelor, so he was
Bachelor at
living
that
there
time.
in a room. And then he took me and I had bath and all those things. Then I went to the meeting. Evening he saw me off. So I remember that instance. Then he was very successful engineer. I mean, say he rose in the positions. He occupied the managing director of Parametric Technology, American company for Southeast Asia or something. He was the managing director, and so he was.
Parametric technologies were making software
Some
for
auto,
the
he
design.
worked there, and he was working there. Then subsequently he worked in IBM and other things. Then he started his own, and now he is retired. And as recent as 2, 3 few months back, also I happened to bump into him in Sunanda's house.
Okay.
So because he has retired then, and he told I have retired and all those things. So he was looking after Sunanda and Vasantha were living in the same house in Jayanagar. So he used to visit them and he's taking care of them presently. So that I wanted to recall that. And the next to Guru, Vasantha was there. And Vasantha's marriage took place one place called as Rai Venkat Rao, Chowdhury. It is near Chamarajpet. That is very big Chowdhury, very old type of building. It was performed there. And her the boy was called Krishna, PJ Krishna. He was a textile engineer. He was working at that time. And the marriage was there. And about the marriage, I remember in the evening reception, she was a very good singer. She is a graduate. She graduated this Vasantha. And got a BSc degree also. And she sang. She is a very good singer, very good voice. So I remember I was standing outside in the compound of that big compound of that Chowdhury, and I heard her voice because she sang one from a blockbuster Hindi film, Mera Saya. So I remember that Mera Saya, that film. So she sang, and so the marriage was grandly held. And one of the persons who attended the marriage was EAS Prasanna, a famous cricketer, our test cricketer.
Thank goodness.
And
He's part of the Indian
Indian team, and he
team.
has just cousin, sister,
Test
son,
player. Very famous
father,
bowler,
sister, son,
and
or something, bowler, and so he also attended this one. They have a son.
he is related, Prasanna.
Prasanna is related to Krishna, Krishna's cousin.
Krishna's cousin means
Krishna-
Vasantha's husband, Krishna's cousin brother.
Cousin brother, my father's sister, son, or something.
Oh.
So he also attended.
Very famous,
Very
Prasanna,
famous.
Chandrasekhar,
All those people, you know that they are very
Kirmani,
famous,
and
very famous.
all those people.
And Vasantha, Krishna had a son, so who have a son, they have a son, Manoj. He is working in Bombay.
Okay.
And after some time, but this Krishna's nature was, he was always jumping from one job to another. He said like a rolling stone. So he didn't stay for
Settle
a long
down
time
in
in one
an
place.
any job.
He didn't settle down. He was like that. And she was living in Chamarajpet. They were living in Chamarajpet. This one, Vasantha and Krishna. And Vasantha, being a graduate, she started tuition.
Okay.
Private tuition.
Teaching
In her
children.
house, many people used to attend. Like I think up to PUC or something like that. She used to teach, and many people used to attend at this one. Now, presently, Vasantha is living with Sunanda in Jayanagar.
Together.
Because he's
Yes.
they are together, and he's on his own. He's living on his own. Her husband. So that is the Vasantha was like that. And after Vasantha, Jaganna, the other next brother Jaganna, he was he finished
Jaganna
his,
is the name itself, or
no, Jagannath. His name is Jagannath, but called as Jagannath.
Jagannath is the name.
Jagannath is the name. Jagannath is.
But everybody calls him as Jagannath.
Jagannath was finished his B Pharma, and this Padmavati requested Ramu, my brother was living in USA, to sponsor him.
Ramu was at that time in USA.
No, he was there in USA. Then he sponsored him, and he left for because he was jobless. I mean, say just 10 years passed. So
He was looking for job.
So he was ready to go. So he went to USA. At that time, already Hari had a few months earlier he had left, and he was already in USA, in Ramu's house, in North region, a place called North in Los Angeles. He had his own house. Ramu had his own house. Ramu and Pushpa. So he went to their house, and he joined this one. Both of them were sometime together there. And afterwards, they had to go on their, in America, you have to go on your own. You have to study and all those things. So they both left. Hari, of course, did his industrial engineering MS and all those things. Then he studied management in Peter Drucker School. After marriage, he studied at Peter Drucker. And he got a very good job.
Yeah,
B
they-
Pharma, Jagannath.
Jagannath.
Meanwhile, he got a very good job in pharmacy industry, and he also rose in position. And he was coming to India several times. One such thing, Padhu wanted to get him married, so
Correct,
they were
naturally.
looking there for.
So
They
he
were
already got
assessed
a settled in
job and
life
settled,
and
and they wanted to get him married.
married. Correct.
So he came to Bangalore, and around about 71, 72, like that. So he came to Bangalore also. So they got, it was, that always American marriages means everything urgently arranged. So they could not get a
Yeah,
chance.
short visit. During that time, you have to finalize if possible.
Finalize
And
and
even
get
get
the
married.
visa, and she has to go to America. It was all fast track.
Fast forward.
Fast track. So the marriage was arranged to one girl who was working in a bank, Reserve Bank, and her father was in BL. So he was their house was near South End. There is one
Southern Circle.
Arumugam Circle. Arumugam Circle. Just from there you go straight, you hit South End.
Okay.
So their house was very prominent house there, and this one was arranged. Marriage was arranged urgently, and it was held in Vasantha Vallabharaya Temple in Vasantapura. Vasantapura.
Where is that?
That is near Uttarahalli Main Road and Subramanyapura.
What is the
These,
speciality of the temple?
Temple was, it seems, Srinivasa, Lord Srinivasa Tirupati. He came to Bangalore on honeymoon, Vasantapura. So I don't know, the story, some story
story.
is there. And that story, so it is an old temple,
Very old,
iconic
ancient temple.
And at that time, there were hardly very few houses
Around
just
that temple.
around that place, and it was open ground outside. It was sloping.
Why
Actually,
they could not get a short notice any chowdhury?
no, because today 24 hours they have to arrange the marriage. The marriage has to be performed. The boy is seen on Monday perhaps, 2-3 days after the marriage, and Thursday, Friday the boy has to go with the girl. It is all so fast. So fast track there and really.
So they had to arrange quickly.
They had to arrange, so the marriage was arranged. So all of us went to the marriage, and the entire at that time Hari was also there in Bangalore. So all of us attended marriage, and that view from the temple with the open field opening down below up to our eyes can see it is open ground.
It is a hillock.
And a high elevated place. Now, a few years back, I think last year I went near the temple. We were passing through in the car. It is huddled between big flats, prestige and other
multi-storied buildings.
So multi-storied building, it is hidden.
Completely hidden.
Only they could see the Gopuram, and they showed that is a temple.
Yeah,
there is a big temple pond also was there.
It was there.
That also is been closed. So in the evening there was a reception in Woodlands, marriage reception they held. So because so many people could not come to the temple, and everybody they want to have evening. So we had dinner and all those things. So we all went to that marriage, and we all went to the stage, our family. And at that time, Padmanabha Rao remarked, "Oh, the entire Srinivasa Rao clan is here."
There is a photograph. Is
that
there?
so Srinivasa Rao clan is there. So that is why it will become many of us were in that.
Almost
all of us were there present in the reception. So that marriage was held, and afterwards they left, and this Jaganna, after his career, he retired afterwards, and he was in San Diego. My sister went to San Diego because her son.
Which sister?
Janaki went.
So many sisters.
Janaki went to San Diego, and one of her trips she met Jagannath. She went to his house. She went to his house also, and she met Jagannath and understand. So now I was told he is shifted to Tampa, Florida, where all his wife's, his brother-in-law and other people,
wife side people,
they are all settled in Tampa. They took a house and retired life. So he is also shifted. He has taken a house there. They shifted in this one. So then Jagannath, after Jagannath, there was this Ravi. And Ravi and Padmavati and Gopinatha Rao. Gopinatha Rao retired from service
By that time.
and they settled in was this Ragi Gudda temple. They
Near
took a
Ragi
rented
Gudda.
house. Rented house they were there. And all of us used to visit to Gandhinagar also at that time. Peaceful, happy, retired life. So the Padmavati also used to come to Gandhinagar at that time and see and all. We had a nice time. And this afterwards, after some years, of course, staying there, this Gopinath Rao passed away. So they shifted to Hosalli. Padmavati and Ravi, they both were there and they both shifted to Hosalli, rented house in Hosalli. Then she was this Ravi get married, but he had some medical problem, so he was under constantly in medicines. And
Care
all
was
things.
required.
So care was required, and she had in mind who was to look after him afterwards. And they were getting rent from one of the portions in Sri Ramanivas also. And then they found a girl in Girija, one girl. So she got married. She was a very good girl, and he married
Girija.
Girija married Ravi.
Ravi.
And Girija was doing some tailoring work in the house only. So she was very popular. She used to get stitch blouses and all those things in
Hosalli.
Hosalli. And afterwards, she was there. And after Padma passed away, then this Girija and Ravi took another house rented house in this one, and continued living happily in some other house, in other house.
Another house. Okay.
So they were very happy and all.
Very
But I too visited them very recently also before his passed away. So then they were continuing like that. So this is how at the same time this Padmavati and Chunanda and all children used to visit even Coimbatore and other places. They used to go everywhere, travel everywhere, and they spend with Rajamma and other places.
Yeah, even last time we talked about project area. They went.
Project area also they went.
Kitana's place.
Independently also. Sometimes we used to also meet. When we
Various
used to
combination.
go there, combination. Sometimes we used to be together also. Sometimes in that place and all. This Rajama used to be very perfect hostess, and she used to treat us very well, and we used to spend our holidays. So this is how the life was for Padmavati. And one of the things I remember of Padmavati is at 65 I joined CMTA. 66 like that my boss Prabhakar Rao was immediate boss was there. And one Malana was there, one photographer was there, Ramchandra Rao, photo lab. So all of us, one Malana, all these people, we hired a taxi and there was a December the holiday period. So all of us went on a trip by car, road trip. We went to Belur, Alebit and all those things. Then we went to a place called as Kemangundi. Kemangundi, there is a hill station.
Correct.
Many people don't know about it. Krishna Rajendra hill station. In the nestling in Sayadri Mountains. So we have to climb the hill and all those things from Chimuga. We have to go, and very small hill station, not many houses are there. So it was a very nice, misty. It is like a film.
Some film has been Kemangundi.
I don't know that
Shooting has.
we had a very nice time there, 2-3 days. And one of the specialties that is mines, iron ore is there, mines, and iron ore was transported from there to Bhadravati Steel Works directly along the valley, ropeway,
buckets.
Buckets. It used to go constantly. It used to go take this one empty buckets.
That's a good idea.
Come in another line. That is one speciality. And from in the nightfall, you will see the lights of from that hill, from that place where we stayed. We could see the lights of Shimuga, Bhadravati, and Tarikare. We used to see from that place. So it was like that. So after 2-3 days, we spent there. All of us had a nice time. So nice food and everything was arranged in this one. Then we came down. Then we had on our way back to Bangalore. We passed just before early morning. We left so that we have to reach Bangalore soon. we are going to Chikmagalur. Then I remembered, oh, Padhu is in Chikmagalur only.
At that time.
At that time, he was in working and still working in police service.
Of course, at that
So
time.
he was there in the
So police, he was posted in Chikmagalur.
Chikmagalur, and
Then you were passing through that.
so then I told that my sister is here. And okay, then we should meet her. Everybody told you have to meet her. And then because police inspector, we could go to the police station, and they told inspector was here only, and we went. It was early morning in December, so there was misty, foggy,
Around 6 or 6:30 or something like
6 or 6:30 like that. Just sunlight was passing through the clouds, and then we halted before the house, and the taxi told, "Oh, now you can meet your sister and come." Everybody told. So I went, and my sister at that time was putting rongoli before the house. Morning,
outside,
fresh, outside the house, and
unexpectedly you went and stood there.
unexpectedly I stood before her, showed my face, appeared before her. She was also, I would say, suddenly you see a person whose brother is coming and standing you. So she was always, she was
Completely-
smiling, and she was
completely
smiling
related.
and happy, and I was also happy. Then she
Surprise.
told, "Yen Shilpa Dilli bandide," and all those she told, "Come inside the house, have coffee," and all those things. Then I told, "No, I'm going to Bangalore, and my friends are there
Sitting in the car.
So I just I wanted to say hello and say hello to you and go." So that face of Padmavati was beaming in the morning. So happy face it was. And,
Drawing rangoli.
even now I remember that.
Recall that face.
Recall that face of Padmavati
Easily.
is ever in my mind. A very humorous and witty person, and they enjoyed the life. The Padmavati
Yes.
and Gopinath Rao enjoyed the life in all the typical hill station like
Of Karnataka.
Merkara. One way it may be mosquito infested, but it is a hilly places.
People go for tourists,
And,
but they lived
they
permanently.
lived there for Chikmagalur, Karikere, Shimoga, all those places, Malnad places they enjoyed. So that is about Padmavati in short, about their family.
Correct.
And she was very happy, and she was very close to me compared to other sisters because of her nature, of her free nature, talking jokes, and always smiling and telling stories. So that is how the life of Padmavati is there.
That is nice coverage of starting for pre-independence onwards, agitation and Hiriyur, then various postings, HAL,
Yeah.
and
Close
see
marriage.
that way each person has a big personal history, and it was nice to recapitulate Padmavati's life story.